when you don't have the data, you do what the data tells you, which is no data, no trade. Beautiful sun this morning in Ho Chi Minh City. Let me get the banh mi for breakfast and then start to work. Well, there are these kind of days where nothing happens and you just work all day because you have to catch up on a lot of things, and today is one of those days. So that was pretty much a whole day of work today, and those days don't happen that often, but when they happen, they just happen. And it happens that I have to catch up on work, and I've been doing video editing like all day, so I'm kind of tired of that a little bit, and now I have to go back on this video because I have to finish it. To tie this all back to trading, I was kind of uncertain today about one thing, and that is the fact that I saw set up on the chart that I don't usually take. And it's a good question. Should I answer it or not? I'll show you guys my thought process. Okay, so I apologize for the lighting. This is really not ideal, but you gotta do with whatever you have. Let's go on the chart. Here's the setup happening on AUD/USD. Perfect setup, except for certain time frame I don't really trade. And the reason why I don't trade it is because I didn't test it, and I don't have the data to know what to do on that time frame or that chart. At the 0.85 zone, and that's the perfect zone because we've been going sideways on a long time on this pair, and price has just been bouncing between 0.69 or 70 and 0.80. That's the perfect zone. And I know a lot of people talk about strategies that you can trade on all pairs, all time frame, all market. I don't really agree with that because I've seen for myself how things can vary from one strategy to the next. Things can be completely different, like a whole other world. And that's why you have to be very careful. The principle is quite simple. Pairs don't react the same way on strategies. They're all different. And you might be able to execute on multiple pairs or time frame or whatever if you know that your stats are going to be the same or very similar. But if you don't know, it's really hard to test and it's really hard to see. And there's no place here for gambling or hoping it's going to work. There's no point of placing trade where you think that you could make money. You guys might have heard that in the past, but I would much rather minimize the drawdown than maximize the gain, because I know that drawdown is what people look for, especially investors and especially in the professional trading industry. So that's the reason why I don't think to trade, and it doesn't mean that in the future I won't backtest on this time frame and this pair and know what I can get. But for now, when you don't have the data, you do what the data tells you, which is no data, no trade. If you have the data, you can trade if the data tells you to trade. But if you can adopt this mindset, and that's the big shift, but once you decide to not go against the data or the lack of data, you are getting to a point where you take things really seriously, and that is a very powerful step. So I just want to share this here, and I realize it's been quite a long time, but I hope you guys get the idea that you're gonna use the same. There's no room for error or losing, like even if it's just like 0.5 or 1%, even if it's just that. Once you are clear that you will rely on data and you do it once, you tend to do it more, and that's where the power lies. So when I need later on to really rely on data, I will be in the habit to do the same and to execute the same thing based on data. So that's what I'm training myself to do basically. Even though I want to take the trade, or even though I might feel like the trade could be fine, and it's a very nice setup, but I won't take it. So I hope that answers the question. If you guys got value from this video, please give it a like. And if you didn't get value, but you want to encourage me, give it a like also. I would appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow, which is hopefully going to be better. We'll have 3 point. I have a very good thing to do tomorrow. That's going to be really cool. Looking forward to it a lot. And hope you guys will see it. It's going to be cool, I think. It's going to be one of the probably best working day of my life. We'll see. Ciao.